Yeah, so when you roll the backwoods, you kind of just like roll the middle and bite off the ends, right? Is that what you're doing? Or do you actually like... I'm serious, because I've been trying to roll one. That's how I do it when nobody shows me.
Well...
Because I can roll a blunt, but a backwoods
roll it
is...
back the same exact way that you unroll.
So, yeah, that's how I was taught.
Yeah, so...
It rolled itself.
What happens is when you roll blunts, you always try to make it even.
Right.
Because everything's even on yours.
Yeah.
When you unroll it backwood, the bottom part is the bottom part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like you unroll it and kind of like try to retrace that curve.
Yep. It ain't really hard because once you...
I'm sippin', 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 I'm sippin'.
Sippin', I'm 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 sippin'.
This is Sippin' with Sammie. I am Sippin' with Sammie. Sam Malone, Barstool, Rug. If you ain't Sippin' with Sammie, you ain't sippin' right. Please get your fucking life together. It'll be 2023 already and you wouldn't have had a shot yet. I got my guy Quise Freeman in here with me co-hosting today. What's up, bro?
Yeah, Quise Free TG. What's the deal, bro? It's a pleasure, man. There we go.
All good. Yeah, the mic is mobile, man.
My bad, man. You know me, man. I gotta stop acting like this is my first time being here.
Nah, it's all good. And I got my guy George Engel Brooks, aka Georgie GOODWOOD.
What's going on?
How you, man?
I'm great, man.
Look great.
Even better now.
I heard that you bought the white frames out today, so that's a good move.
Because I lost the clear frames.
Now, little background on George. I met George at a festival or outdoor event, performing with his guitar. It's him and his guitar, and he killed it. And then I was introduced to George, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, he's dope." And Kay said he's never done a rap record before. He wants to do a hip hop record. Like, we gonna do that.
Yeah,
shit was fun.
Yeah.
So then we made it to doing something special, which you heard before. Was produced by Marley over a Marseille beat, and that's a joint. I've been loving that lately. And then got you on the concert series.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah.
He also introduced me to Chef MICHU, who y'all might have seen a couple episodes back. So Georgie just been around a little bit. But how you been, man?
Good, man. Working like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to feel normal again.
Trying to feel normal again. I heard that. Quise, how you feeling today, man?
I'm good, man. God is the greatest, man. I'm like he said, just trying to feel normal again. I felt that. That make a lot of sense.
Yeah, I like that too.
You know, you could take that in a lot of ways. So
especially as a performer.
Absolutely.
Everything shut down.
Absolutely.
Such a major part of our identity was gone for like 2 years.
That's what birthed mine, honestly.
I was about to say that's when he started making a lot of traction.
Birthed mine. So.
Yeah, I need to get on that.
Yeah. And congratulations, you know what I'm saying? Boy, got the whole full page right up. What paper is this?
The local Revive Media.
Check him out.
The local, yeah.
Full right up on my guy. He just released a project a couple days ago, man.
Yeah.
Had a shout out to Glockaway. You had the listening event at Glockaway. Yeah. How did that feel, man? You had a nice turnout.
It was surreal, man. It was my second time having the event for like a release, but it was the first time that I did it with my network being as big as it is now. So
that's a blessing.
It was real surreal, man. It was a lot of love. Like I said, I was happy to see you there. You know what I'm saying? You've been real instrumental in just making me comfortable, moving around in the game. So it was just surreal, man. But it was a lot of love. I'm glad that people love the music, but ultimately I'm glad they just enjoyed the scene and just enjoyed the vibes that I like to create. Word.
Now, speaking of vibes, first let's explain to people why you are Georgie GOODWOOD. Because it's going to be crazy for people.
I'm a carpenter. Yeah, I build furniture and. Yeah, it was funny. It was honestly a friend of mine. We were hammered, and she was like, "You got to change your Instagram name." And I was like, "What should it be?" And she said, "Georgie GOODWOOD." We just went with it.
Yo, everybody, and shout out to Ian, my redhead friend. He had a weird name, and a female told him to do it too.
Yeah, it's honestly usually a good idea. It's usually a good idea. If it's funnier, people will notice it more.
I think for an Instagram tag, it is kind of perfect because it is funny.
Yeah,
it's like he don't take himself too serious, and he's a carpenter.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I can explain it away before you get offended.
Some of the best names people give to us. We don't come up like growing up. You wasn't supposed to really make your own name or nickname. Somebody's supposed to give it to you. So that's how the best ones come about.
All of mine came about that. Anything that stuck, you know what I'm saying? Anything I repeat.
What was your least favorite nickname in your whole life?
Pro Tools Rube, probably.
Pro Tools Rube.
Because Ruga has always been one of my nicknames since young adult. Mm-hmm. And there was a time where we had a studio and I learned Pro Tools so that I could record everybody else. Mm-hmm. I didn't know how to mix anything down, but I could record the session, save the file, and my man, when he got time, he would do it. That way he wouldn't have to record all day.
Do like the dirty work.
So they started joking, and it became a joke that I was Pro Tools Ruga. And that's the reason I say my least favorite is because it really didn't. It was only for that moment.
Mm-hmm. Like put you in a box for a minute.
Yeah, because I was only doing it to help them, and once that situation dissolved, I ain't touched Pro Tools since on that side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But everything used to end in Ruga. Like they just make up Reverend Ruga, Barstool Ruga, like it just be anything. Let me wear a sweater. That's how I got Reverend Ruga. I had a sweater on at a basketball game with the thick turtleneck.
At a basketball game?
It was the winner. It was the winner. It had to be but it was like, it was a cream joint. Everybody had hoodies on. You know what I'm saying?
I couldn't pull it off, but all power to you.
No, I mean we slim. And when you slim and tall, sometimes you just certain looks you can do.
I'm gonna buy a turtleneck and I'll send you a picture. You tell me if
it's gonna be hilarious. It's gonna be hilarious. But how long you been in the carpentry?
Probably like 5 years now. I did sales and shit. I got a degree out of Drexel in 2013 in marketing. I did sales for a bunch of years, and then the quota just destroyed my mental health, like living month to month, just trying to make that number when sometimes people just don't want your fucking product. And I was a miserable person, and an ex-girlfriend said, "You're miserable, do something about it. Like, if you don't want to do this, do something else." And I was like, I just want to build shit. And I just happened to be talking to one of the bartenders at a bar I play music at in South Philly. It's not there anymore, actually. The pandemic killed that bar. Connie's Rick Rack.
I remember Connie's. Yep.
Bartender there at the time, Kat, was, she's everybody's impromptu therapist because she's the bartender. So she got to hear me bitch and moan for a while about not liking my job. And I guess she was paying attention because then she connected me with a band who was doing furniture on the side to pay the bills while they were signed to RCA Records. They're actually doing all right. So my buddy Paul, who owns the company I work for, he and his brother had a band called Bel Air, and they were doing good, but they just needed some side money, and the side money ended up becoming Paul's business.
Dope. That's dope.
So I've been with Paul for like I said, 4, I think coming up on 5 years.
But how does
good shit.
You had to be in carpentry before officially taking that job?
I was just like a weird kid. My dad had a workshop. I would get scrap wood and cut it together and make rubber band guns and shit. But I don't know. My dad was an electrician.
Made a potato gun before?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Have you?
No.
Shit's great. It's great.
Yo, your face when I said it was crazy.
Yeah, it's great.
But go ahead.
But yeah, we just tinkering as kids. I always building stuff. I don't know. Like I said, my dad was an electrician. I guess being raised by tradesmen, you see the value in working with your hands.
Right.
And I think I had a hard time deriving the same value from hustling and trying to sell some shit for somebody else.
Question. Now, your dad and them, that was their way. Your generation, we're taught that we have to do different things.
Yeah.
And
I think it was actually what the issue was, my dad was a big reader, and he was like, well, you got to go to Drexel. They got the top graduates and shit. And honestly, we couldn't afford fucking Drexel. I'm super blessed because I took out $220,000 in loans. Never was going to be able to pay it. And my mom was the co-signer. My mom's disabled. She happened to file for a loan forgiveness for people with disabilities. And
wipe that off.
Bro, $200,000 gone. And I knock on wood, but I ain't on my credit report right now, and I'm not going to ask questions.
No, it actually helped your credit report. Boosted you.
It's I got a fresh start, and that was only a year ago, and I'm still kind of making sure it ain't coming back and trying to do good things to repair my credit.
That's heavy.
Because like you said, you were taught You have to go this way. You have to do this.
Well, I think it was my dad worked 60, 70 hours for years. And he's like, well, I don't want my son to work 60, 70 hours. I want him to get a piece of paper so he can work,
my dad never wanted me to work on my hands.
Yeah.
My dad never wanted me to work on my hands. And he, my family business is barbershops. So they're all barbers. My dad, my grandfather, my uncle. Rest in peace, my grandfather, my uncle. But like, my uncle and my grandfather taught me how to cut, but my dad never did.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Because he knew that it's a lot of money that come with that might be a distraction from wanting to finish and go to college and things like that, because I'm making money now. You a young man with money in your pocket. He knows what that does. You know what I mean?
I think there is value to college if you're going to like seek a specific set of knowledge from maybe an absolute expert who happens to teach at that college. I could see college in that light. But if you're like a self-motivated person that's going to go out and find knowledge anyway, I wouldn't waste money on college.
But this is a new rationalization that comes from a generation where more of us went to college and said everybody should have the opportunity to, but everybody doesn't need to.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is like it's it's deep, because like where we come from, it's like going to college. It's like you got to do that. It's like, I mean, it's a major accomplishment regardless, but it's like a thing. It's like,
but even just going straight from high school, even just going straight from high school, it's like that's something that's not even feasible for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Mentally, financially, you know what I mean. I had a homie
I don't think like whoever's advising you at that age, they're not necessarily interested in knowing who you are and what you want to be.
No,
they want what's best for you, but that might like take some.
They have 3 piles of recommendations. They're giving it 200 kids.
Like, I'll get there.
And it's always just been the same couple options. You know what I'm saying? So going to college has been like for me, it taught me to like go on do my own thing, like, because I always got good grades in school. I don't know if I got ADHD or something, but for me, I could not pay. I'll get bored. Like, if I really not interested in it, a certain class, I'll get bored. I'll pass.
Sometimes that means it's not challenging you then.
Yeah, like I wouldn't know what it was, but it led to eventually. I was bad with math because in high school I played basketball. The math teacher was the basketball coach, so the basic math I just got right through that. So when I got to college, it was like, damn, who am I doing this for? You know what I'm saying? I really wasn't doing it for me. I was doing it because
it was the way.
It was the way. You know what I mean? But once I got kicked out and I felt like I fell, like I feel like, damn, I didn't let my parents down. I had to wake up from that, like, I'm only 19 years old.
Yep.
Like, my life ain't over.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? And I never turned back.
Ain't no F on you joining.
Yeah, exactly, man. And it's
go
really
out and make a way.
It's a deep thing, man. It's a deep conversation for people. Everybody should have the opportunity, but it's not for everybody.
For sure,
especially straight out of high school.
And like I say, at the time, and like, we know people that went. Maybe that first opportunity to go was when they retired, and they went and got that, and they still fulfilled that. But they took care of their kids and did their thing and solidified their life before having to go do that. You know what I mean? And whether that was ideal for them or not, they got through it and they still got to their dream. And I think that we have to stop putting the pressure on the rotation of it, like the system of it. You know what I mean?
Well, we always want the opposite of what we had. Like like our dads worked with their hands, or so they saw an article that said, you don't got to get blisters anymore. You can make money. And then they're like, oh, well, I want that for my son. He means well. I know my dad means well, but it doesn't mean. Just imagine,
my dad been cutting hair for about 60 years. Imagine what professions he cuts. You know what I mean? What type of guys sit in them chairs, what they drive, what they talk about.
Barber's like a bartender.
You know what I mean?
Another one of those professions where you're like,
you see everything, and you like, yo, my son's smart enough to do what they do. He's tough enough to be able to take what they complain about. You know what I mean? So you start directing them that way. Like, I have like uncles that are damn near godfathers, that judges and you know what I mean, stuff like that, because they was always around me. Yeah. Because of his, his upbringing and that barbershop. Barbershop was crazy. But so how do you audition for a job as a carpenter? Did they just let you in because you're a fellow musician? It was like, we just go to
pretty much. I think the post was like some real, what did it say? It said like, looking for somebody who enjoys building coffee, beer, and I forget like the full list, but I was like, yeah, that's me. Like I just commented on the post, and we went and got coffee like the next day, and then
That's crazy.
and then I ended up working with him since then.
What the fuck?
Facebook post.
Facebook sounds like you.
Same.
Honestly, I ain't made a resume since I graduated college. I might have had a couple for some sales jobs, but it was all bullshit. Like,
That's crazy. So how long with the music? Cause you play the fuck out of guitar.
I've been
And
doing music for a while. Like,
you have to, cause you're doing both at the same damn time with distractions.
yeah, I think so I was a high performing student too, but I think in my adult life I noticed ADHD in myself. Just because like I do now have an awful time focusing.
Yeah.
Staying on task and stuff, but
Never blame the reefer.
with music. Oh, I know. I'm just gonna say that. It's not the weed. Yeah,
It's
not
never
the
the
weed.
bud, bro. It's never the bud.
But for some reason, when I'm playing music, it's like you're in the zone. Like you hear, like you write. I haven't heard your music, but like when you're singing your shit, you just like this is like muscle memory.
Yeah,
it just goes.
Yeah.
So how long?
Hell yeah.
I played piano when I was 7. Didn't like it. My grandpa was real like strict about it. Like he was a military guy. But my piano teacher when I was like 13 passed away. Mr. Boyce down the block. Hell of a dude.
Piano teacher passed too. That's crazy.
Great guy, taught me a lot, and then it was the catalyst that made me switch to guitar. And then I met this crazy hippie lady in South Jersey named Margie McWilliams, and she taught me all this crazy stuff on guitar.
At 13?
At 13, and then I just kind of you play for your friends, trying to impress people, do shit like that, like trying to hook up with girls and shit. You learn shit in college, playing in front of people, and then enough people were like, you should go do this in front of people. You're like, oh, maybe I will. Go to some open mics and shit. Open mics, honestly, is like the soul of. I feel like being a creative in Philly. Open mics is like, if you haven't played an open mic, you don't know what it feels like. Like, it's definitely a rite of passage.
You're missing a lot. And I mean, like I tell people all the time, you gotta show up to these rooms, man. It's inspiring. You meet a lot of people that you want to work with or that you want to support, even. You know what I mean? It's a lot that comes out of those experiences when you go to the right ones, and there's a lot of good ones in the area. Depending on what network you surround yourself with.
So many different kinds of artists too.
Absolutely.
Run into somebody to do your album art while you're, you know what I mean, like shit like that.
All of that.
Full on networking.
I've seen people try to grab my DJs for their tours and shit. Like, you never know where you go bump into that piece that you're missing sometimes. You know, that's one of them things. Shout out to members only. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to members only.
Ace and Missy, they put together a nice room full of up and coming people, and I've seen all the talent in the room grow together.
You're the reason I came there the first time.
Am I?
I remember I came there and I was like,
you said I came because you was there.
Yeah, that's the only
That is
reason.
what you
Because
said.
I was like, I wanted to perform somewhere. I was like, I need to start finding more places to perform. And I seen that joint. I'm like, I heard a lot about 1122, seeing the shit. So I was looking and I was like, oh damn, Sam gonna be there. Oh, I bet. I'll go see. I'll be comfortable if I know he there. You know what I'm saying? And lo and well, he was there. And the only motherfucker shouting me out while I was doing the song. So
I mean, that's exactly how I felt.
The reason why I started going there. Yeah.
Nah, I mean, I like doing that kind of shit for people. I like to be able to hear that. Because you built a network off of that room that just wasn't somewhere that you performed at.
That's exactly what I'm
saying. So
I
think that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of 1122 and Ace, a little background on the project, man. What's the name of the project? Who produced it?
The One, produced by Ace the Chemist. My dog, one and only, man. Super producer. That's what they calling him, because I mean, damn, he could sing, he could rap, he could make beats, and
engineering at a
high level. And I told him, for this album, one of the things that I've always been big into music, and when you listen to like the old like Biggie songs, Puff made it very easy. Big killed them Jones, but he made it very easy in the sense of take care of your verses, do what you got to do on these verses. I'm gonna take care of the music, the sound, some of these hooks, the producing, the sampling.
if you know music, you could tell that there was post production done. There was sounds added after.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
All that
Stuff that people don't take the time to do.
Yep. And working with Ace, it's a lot of songs on there that he made it real easy for me to like make a great song just by fully focusing on the concept of the song and delivering my verses. So I give him a lot of credit on that. Yeah, I give him a lot of credit on that.
Ace ain't one that did 80% of the last 2, and I got one coming soon. Projects that I dropped, he did most of them joints.
Yeah, man, great.
And everything sound different. Every time I play the music for somebody, like, so who produced this one? Same boy.
Yeah, that's the crazy part.
Same guy.
Yeah.
Gotta get you to lock in with Ace. You gotta bring your guitar too.
Yeah, I'll be down.
Oh yeah, that'd be lit.
Yeah,
That'd be lit.
And still gotta get another session in with Marseille, man. That was fun. Especially since we went in there with nothing, and I love that song. And Toucan plays it, so I know it's a good one because I don't have to be there. That should be on. That should be on. Shout out to Toucan. Man. Absolutely, I drink to that.
I love walking in on the song on and the motherfucker playing it. Didn't even know I was there.
You was there, yeah. That's the energy of Glockaway though.
Yeah,
that happens a lot.
Yeah.
But what's your favorite thing that you've carved?
Me? Carved? I don't carve much shit. Cut it up, put it together.
Dope.
My favorite shit? There was a time a few years ago where I was doing some welding, and we were doing a table base that was like really geometric and involved, and it took me way longer than a professional welder would take, but it came out pretty cool.
That's dope.
That's a picture. Like if somebody asks what I do, I show people that picture.
So on average, what do you do on a regular basis in the shop?
A lot of like solid wood cabinetry.
Mm-hmm.
Like somebody will order like a record cabinet,
mm-hmm.
and they want like on the left the record player and record storage and stuff, and I'll put brass hardware on it and stuff, and make it look real fancy.
How long that take?
Probably like a week and a half for one cabinet, 2 weeks maybe, including finishing and sanding.
Do you go to bed thinking about that shit?
Sometimes, yeah, definitely. I mean, definitely, yeah.
That's passion.
Because
you know you're not done.
Because it's the same. Building furniture, baking a cake, cooking food, writing a song, like it's all the same. You're creating something for an emotional response from somebody else. Do you know
Absolutely,
what I mean?
That's real.
Absolutely, that's real. That's a good way to look at it.
So I felt like that's what I was afraid to do when I switched from marketing and sales to furniture. I was so afraid of that.
Mm-hmm. But it's like I thought he was gonna go the aspect of creating something out of nothing, like with you know what I mean?
That
because
too.
Yeah. I don't think people understand what that's like, especially when you realize like, yo, I can do this shit. Like I can go to the studio every time and come out with something. I can go to the shop every time and come out with something. You
it's
know
also
what I mean?
like inherent value in you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like you created it. Mm-hmm. You wrote the song. You built that shit.
So I ain't gonna lie, it's one of the. I talk a lot of shit. I talk my shit. I have a high self-esteem, confident person. Mm-hmm. But I promise you, it's so harder to receive that shit than it is to give it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for sure.
Like it's sometimes I can't believe some like that the shit that people react to the music the way they do sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Just like it can't be that powerful. But when you got that imposter syndrome. Yeah, you think everybody's just trying to be nice to you. Yeah, because it's a nice. I feel like that because it's a nice because in my music it's good content. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because people could tell that it's genuine or it's real.
No, but like you can rap, bro. Like both of y'all are dope. And I get feedback about both of y'all, like especially since you did the concert series and we had a record together. Like motherfuckers is fucking with you that you ain't never met. And everybody that Quise is around, like when he's not around and his song come on and some shit, motherfuckers like this nigga Quise, bro. Yeah, like motherfuckers really genuinely.
We gotta send each other. We gotta trade music later.
Sure. We gotta exchange ideas and all of that.
Yeah.
But it's a genuine thing with you two guys, and it's hard to accept a compliment a lot of times anyway, and especially because part of it is staying at a level to where you feel like you still humble enough to create on that level. Like you don't want to get ahead of yourself, so it's I'll take it, but I don't really want to take it.
It's because of like it's the shows that you went to throughout from like when you were a kid that inspired you to do this shit. And you're comparing it to that. You're like, well, I'm not that yet. I'm not like.
That's
well, maybe you are. Maybe you are that to somebody. Maybe somebody had that moment in your room.
Well,
you know, like
that's the realization I've been coming to recently. Like with the accolades that have been coming with the work. Like you got a full page on it as soon as you open the paper. Like that don't come from nowhere. That means somebody saw something. You see what I'm saying? They took time to do that.
Yeah,
that's not it's work.
Yeah.
The things that they write on the awards that they've been giving me, legend, voice of a generation, like, oh, people think of me like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I
right.
got to deal with that. Now that's another responsibility, but at the same time, I got to still authentically be me.
Yeah.
Like, half the time when I'm staying on stage with these politicians, I'm tipsy.
Yeah. Sippin with Sammie. Yeah, like, and you know the beautiful thing about that's like Snoop Dogg. No matter where he go, it's gonna smell like some bud when he walk in.
He smoked in the White House.
Yeah, like that's part of who he is, and people love him for that. Like, so that's how it's supposed to be, man.
Yeah, and that's how it is because I'm not going to disrespect anybody. I'm not going to violate anything. But I'm going to come as I am.
Yeah.
Because they told me in multiple religions that I've heard that you was able to come as you are.
Yeah.
And you figure out the rest as we progress in this journey.
Yeah. Yeah.
But my intentions are my intentions. And I'm going to show up. But I'm going to have this in the car.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
15-minute walk. I'm going to take in the middle of this thing, all that. But I'm here.
Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But I'm here, man. But recording the music or performing the music, both of y'all.
What do you
like the most? Yeah,
performing it for sure.
Performing it.
Yeah.
Keith.
Yeah, I would have to.
I mean, I like the recording.
It's such a fine line, but I could say performing it because then I'm able to get it to the people. You know what I'm saying? Right there in front of them. Yeah. You know what I mean? And not that I've had the biggest crowds yet. But knowing when it's 2 or 3 people right there that literally heard the words coming out, they felt the need to like say something to you. Yeah, that made the time in the booth worth it.
Speaking of 3 or 4 people, like you got a shout out on my page from Sue.
That was heavy, man. Shout out to Sue, man.
Is in my comments shouting you out. Like she's a big deal, and salute to her. She just dropped the remix with Mano the last couple days. So check her out on that. What's that? Levels. So many levels, I think it is. Yeah, Levels. Yeah, with Mano. So that's a big deal. And she just killed the Roots Picnic. So salute to sis, man. Yeah. But like those things aren't happenstance. Like Del P know who you is. Del P wanna, you know what I mean, situate with you and all of those type of things. Like these are real things. You know? Like you done something, like you said, in the pandemic when a lot of people had to slow down and recalibrate, you picked up a lot of traction. Like I still remember being introduced to you by Dean. Yeah. Like I still remember that. And I remember telling you like, well, just keep coming around, just be around.
Said that.
I remember that. George.
You gotta start doing shows again. I feel like I haven't been performing out. You asked that question, but I haven't been fucking performing.
Well, I mean, I still got concert series you could be a part of. Just because you did it once don't mean you can't do it again.
Yeah, it's just like I've been stuck with that shit. Like,
and well, I'll keep you in mind when there's some things coming up. Cause
it's not even for a lack of opportunity. It's like I definitely feel differently about the music that I wrote. I feel like I'm a different person after this.
So now you want to create.
I feel like I'm tired of my own shit. Honestly, like if I'm being honest, I'm tired of my own shit, and I haven't written anything in a while.
What's your process for that?
Usually. See, that's the thing. There's always a lack of a process. I got lucky and wrote a song. I did it like
that's real, bro. I felt like that with my first project. No lie.
I got lucky. Like 20 times I got lucky and a song came out, and now I'm like, wow. I hope 21 happens. I really hope 21 happens.
Yeah, that's real.
Well, you know what they say, man. Put creative people in a room, crack the door like got it.
I mean, I never heard that, but I like it.
That's real.
Jay-Z said it on one of them movies or something.
Fuck yeah.
But I felt it because it's like similar to the process we talk about with Ace. Mm-hmm. Ace builds them beats in front of me.
Yeah.
And half the time, most of the time, it's as soon as I get in there, but sometimes he's already on it when I get there.
Yeah.
But by the time he's 80% done the beat, I'm done the hook in my first verse.
Yeah.
Like I'm ready to start because we good. We, you know what I mean? That synergy is a motherfucker.
I need to do more collaborating, honestly. I did a lot of solo writing. And collaboration has always paid me well, and I just, like, for some reason, I mean, you know, during the past couple of years, collaboration was like a word that didn't occur. You know?
And you don't start. See, you start with a melody. You don't start with a beat, right? Because you play guitar afterwards.
Yeah, I would probably say I like pick a chord progression, and then hum a melody, and then I might have like a song topic in mind, and I'll just see the thing that the thing that I think separates me from what you do is I can't do it on the spot at all. Can't do it in front of people. It's a very private thing for me for a while. Every song is very private, and then I play it, and I'm like, okay, now it's out there. It's
you did it on
private until
special.
it's not.
Wow. He wasn't comfortable, but he did it on something
I was
special.
like very much outside my comfort zone, but that did occur. So I'm saying, like,
but I be
collaboration pays dividends.
I do that to people on purpose though, because like you have to. If Lil Baby say I need a feature, and it's 30 motherfuckers in the studio, do you reserve the right to clear the studio, or do you have a job to do?
Yeah, and you know with that, that's crazy. Shout out to my network because they got me into that because I was just like that. That songs was real private. I would have my shit written before I came to the studio,
which is great.
Man.
Which is great, but like I say, with Ace, sometimes you don't know what you get yourself into.
He wouldn't send me no beats. He was just be like, "Yo, come to the studio, come pull up,
That's
and I'll
how
let you hear some."
Which is a blessing.
Yeah,
I think what stresses me out, if I think about it though, is like, see, if I say some corny shit by myself, it wasn't out. Nobody else heard it. It's like if a tree falls in the tree falls in the forest.
But corny is part of the art, right? Like the way that you would say something personally is what makes you the artist that you are, right?
Yeah.
Now, what I was thinking, since you were talking about how you do it, chord progression, melody, and so forth, you probably should get some beats. You probably should get some production from somebody else.
Yeah, I'm totally down.
And that'll jumpstart your creativity because you're not trying to do all three.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was saying when we were working together, like that was a step in the direction of like broadening my horizons musically because I had been stuck in the like guy with a guitar zone for so many years, you know. Still, I still am, and I still like that part of my music. It's just, you know.
But you got
ready
range.
for a new chapter in music.
You have range. You have different pockets you can hit, different cadences you can hit. If you're not strapped down to a guitar the whole time.
Yeah. So
like, yeah, that's the next step. I'm gonna keep that in mind. We're gonna figure that out soon. Definitely gonna do that soon. But like I said, I was just happy with what we got out of that day. And once I got another mix on it, I cut part of my second verse shorter, and I was just I love it now.
Yeah, it's in my rotation. Like my work music, I listen to it.
Dope.
You listen to your own shit?
Yeah, usually when I'm drunk though. You know what I do when I'm drunk? I watch my performances and I grind myself up.
Yeah.
I watch old performances, new performances. If it's on, because I got quite a bit of performances on YouTube on the low. Like more than people really think. Yeah. Shout out to Man Labs.
I got a bunch out there
for
too.
4 years with a camera.
That's lit.
But like, yeah, so like I'll watch that shit and be like, oh, you was drunk or you was too drunk. Like I do that. And I wake up the next day and it's not on me no. Like it's just that moment. Like, but it makes me more intentional in the future.
Listen, remember that festival when we did that? I did that last song and I fucked that verse up and I just kept saying that shit like, damn, I'm a best man. He was like, fuck it, let's on to the next song. Go ahead. Because I look back then and I'm looking at that shit like, grinding myself up later on.
But it's a thing. But it's like, no, keep it going and you learn.
Yeah,
just keep it moving. Like last time I did the One Art Festival, the joint is coming up soon too. The beat, the band messed up my beat, and I kind of barked on them. Like I said something like, I think I started freestyling, and I was like, "Fuck it, if they gonna fuck my shit up, I might as well."
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, "Why did you say that?" But I was so drunk by then, bro. Man. And that's what I be trying to control. But them all day festival joints, and I'm interviewing all day. The whole day I got a tent up doing interviews. drinking with people. Oh, we sipping?
Yeah,
we sipping.
It's like smashed by the end of it.
I might have had 8 gold monkeys.
That could be your thing, though. That could be your thing, though. Like the end of your
Right.
interviews, you're just bombed drunk, and it's funny.
Well, if you pay attention, see, I know because I notice it in the moment. Like when I'm doing the pod, I could tell when drunk hits them.
Yeah.
I could tell, and I know when it hits me. But I definitely see where people loosen up. I be like, this the part when that motherfucker was like, oh.
That shit started kicking in.
Yeah, a friend of mine has a podcast I did a few months ago, probably a year ago now, honestly. And we were drinking, and we got so drunk that we didn't remember finishing the podcast. So we actually had to come back and see if we recorded it.
Yo, that's crazy.
But it was not our intentions. He's like a dad now. He's got a beautiful daughter, and like he just had like some strong beers. We hadn't seen each other in a while, so we just drank real hard, real fast.
And just kept talking until that's like how did I get home last night?
Yeah. But the podcast came together. It was actually all right. It was
as long as it was
solid.
dope. See, I'm good with me. I don't think I've ever really put myself in a position talking where it was like you shouldn't really did that on air. But like I've had a couple performance moments where you was an idiot. You was an idiot.
I don't know if I've had any like full on. I definitely have had like string breaks and shit. They suck. When a string breaks, as a guitarist, with a guy on a guitar, when a string breaks, that is one of the worst things that could possibly happen. I can't tell you how many times I've come to a gig, and in one of my first songs, got like 25 people standing in front of me. They might have came for the headliner, but they were in front of me. In the middle of one of my first songs, and I break a string, and I got to figure out a way to play the rest of my songs with 5 strings.
That's crazy.
You can't even feel it. This guitar don't even feel the same anymore because it has 5 strings instead of 6.
6, right?
It don't feel right.
Yeah. That's crazy.
But
are they like easy to put back on, or it's like
kinda? But like I mean, the last time I had a real bad string break was like I was probably like 24, 25, and I was pretty new at the performing side of things, so I was like so flustered. It totally ruined my performance. Like. I think since then I might have been a little more charismatic to be able to like talk through the string break and change the guitar, change it, change it live.
Gotta be.
That's amazing. Like, not me.
Stressful.
I'm not built, man.
Yeah.
Like even like you said, you took piano classes. I remember when I took piano classes. Like I had an old school piano teacher, and I'm explaining what that means.
Okay.
There's form in piano, right? They would put quarters or pennies on your knuckles to make sure that you kept your knuckles straight while playing the notes, right? They would also reserve the right to slap you with a ruler on your knuckles.
My guy was nice.
Mine was nice too, but he was from the old school. And I think that was a little bit of what like took the fun out of it for me. Yeah. Like I can still do some warm up progressions and shit, but I can't play now.
Yeah, I haven't played piano in a long time. I do have a nice electric piano that if I plug it in, it sounds real nice. But I play guitar primarily.
You said, but I play guitar. I'm the guy with the guitar.
Yeah.
I mean, why not, man? Why not? What instrument you always wanted to play, Quise? You grew up playing the cello?
No, if I played the instrument, man, it would have probably been like the drums or something.
See, my cousin that lived across the street from me had drums in his basement, right? And like I'm from a heavy drill team block. Like all the kids on the block was on the drill team type of shit. So like we had real drummers, and I could hold a little joint. But like it was a girl on my block, my god brother, my cousin. They was nice on them jaws. Like so, it was like I kind of wasn't early in line. You know, you gotta wait 20 minutes before you can sit down on the place because the workouts is working out. But I always had drums around. Drums was fun.
Yeah, so it was around. I just never could get down with the drums.
That's one of the things that like open mics are great for because you make that network. And then everybody's got, like somebody might sing a song, play their guitar or their thing, and you can slide in on drums. And an open mic, it don't matter if you fuck that shit up.
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
Like, it does not matter. You can literally, you get to perform and nothing matters.
Yeah, it's a jam session.
Yeah.
I've seen, shout out to Herb the Villain. I was at a spot one night, and there was a bunch of musicians in there, and they was rocking, and there was singers in there. And I watched Irv hop from one instrument to the next instrument to the next instrument to the next instrument. Then he rapped. He sang while playing the keyboard. Like he was like transformer. Like he you know what I mean? Like he was like an alien in there. And I'm like, yo. Or one time I saw, who was it? B.O.B., Bruno Mars, and somebody else performed together. And they did a set that like they each did a song apiece, and they rotated instruments the whole set.
Oh, that's
three
cool.
of them, and it was so crazy. Like
that's cool.
You just,
I mean, that's like
the
kind
brilliance of these people. Man.
Like I can play drums in 4/4 timing really well. It's when it gets crazier than that. That like you probably shouldn't ask me to play drums on your song, you know?
Right,
but like it's so much fun to try and pick up an instrument, especially as you start learning. There's definitely things that overlap, you know. A string instrument is a string instrument,
absolutely.
And rhythm is rhythm.
Yeah.
Once you pick up rhythm, you can learn most instruments.
But can you read music?
There was a time. I'm definitely rusty. I'd have to like work my way through the notes, and then do it.
I could barely count bars.
I can't speed read. I can read.
You could barely
music.
count bars.
I could barely count bars.
Count bars is the easiest thing in the world.
Like I just go. You know what? No, that ain't enough.
You want
I
me
think we need four. I think we need 4 more.
You want me to teach you how to count bars?
Sure. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2.
Yeah.
1, 2,
right.
3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1,
Makes
2.
sense.
No matter what the pace is,
Yeah.
same count.
That makes
Same
sense.
count. So it's a 4 count.
That makes sense.
Basically. But it's like once you have that in your head, and for me, I could kind of feel bars at this point.
And bro, and
like
that's
I know if it was an 8 or 12 or 16.
once I get to the last 4, it's like that's when I can count. It's like, all right, that's 1. So that's when I'll be like, all right, I guess we got 4 left. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because now you hear how much space is left on the beat too. But I used to like to freestyle a lot. So most times when I write, I don't really stop until the 8th or the 12th bar. Like my original thought runs me 8 bars to 12 bars deep before I'm like,
okay,
what else I want to put on this? Or how do I rap this? Or you know what I mean? Because depending on where you at, it's that point where it's like finish strong.
Yeah.
But like I really could get like a lot off immediately, and then it's like, so where we at? But I can feel that part. So that's how my brain works.
So can you start a song, stop it, and say like come back to it a week later?
Yeah, I can do it because I'm intentional about my delivery and my energy now. I kind of know how to match it. I know and I'm super critical. Like I've had a song one time that I had a session. I had a bunch of stuff I need to get done in the session, and my one man that I needed on the hook bought my other man that raps that never comes to the studio. So I'm like, well, shit. What beat y'all want to go to? We gonna make something. Y'all lay y'all verses. If we run out of time, I'll come back and lay mine. They kill it. I ride home like, if I don't body this joint, it's their song. Like I gotta let them have it. Beat was given to me and all, it's their song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna mess it up just because.
Yeah.
And I wound up killing that joint. But it's like I'm that serious about it. Like I'll let it go if I can't. So to not have to do that, I have to be super intentional. Super intentional.
I like that.
Really. Like, and one thing about it, like sometimes I try to go mellow. Ace don't like me mellow. Ace like me turned up. I'll do the joint, I'll get through clean, and Ace will be like, all right, so you ready? And I'll be like,
go harder.
I got you, bro. But I kind of know how to control that too, so that it doesn't always sound the same.
Yeah.
Because there was a point where motherfuckers was like, he's yelling. It don't sound like that no more. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, there was definitely a time when I couldn't control the volume of my own voice, or like figure out how close to get to the microphone, especially on stage and shit. And you might be nervous. You're like, your mouth might be on that shit.
Keith was doing that the other day at the show. He had the joint. I'm watching Keith. It's the same microphone except it's a block over here, right here. Keith is holding the mic like this. I'm like, the whole block is under your hand, bro. And then, and mind you, Keith,
I can't hear myself.
on the no bullshit, I might have done that about 20 times while people have been performing. What I did to you. Walked up, took the mic, and they looked at me like, oh, he want to say something, and I just adjusted in their hand and moved. Because people know that I'm not on my ODB shit, so they, you know what I mean? It's like Chris Rock, like you like, oh, he just coming up here. But I'm literally just adjusting the microphone. Like I do that all the time because I'm hearing you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know, you entertaining, you drinking, you in your bag. I'm telling you that, and I use the lighter as an example. Everything silver is your audio. You give yourself this much.
Yeah.
You just cut out 60% of your audio. If everything silver is your audio, why are you hugging the audio? Hold it here.
I gotta say, I don't think I've ever had to hold a mic in my hand and sing.
Yeah, because you got a guitar.
I have a guitar. So like, I've gotten really good at figuring out the distance when I'm holding a guitar, and it's stationary.
That's different too.
It's different.
That's different too.
But yeah, I don't know. I've never had to do that.
No, it's a real thing, and I'm telling you, especially in hip hop, especially when we start getting passionate, we grip a mic like the mic disappears.
So, is there a microphone that everybody uses? Like, it's like I know for singers we use SM58s. Is there like a microphone that?
All right, well that's a SM48, which is why I had to get closer because I'm like, did he just say the mic we got? But
58 betas and 58s.
I don't know what everybody else uses. Like I said, these are SM48s.
I mean, they're very similar. I'm always wondering, like, I wonder if there's like, because I know rap vocals are more punchy, and like 58s and 48s, I think lend themselves to singing vocals more. I don't know if it's, you know what I mean.
That's
full
interesting.
spectrum microphone.
I'm gonna have to ask.
That was a high thought.
No, that's a question I want to actually ask somebody that I think knows the answer, because if there's a, like, I'm throwing concert series, order the other mics. Like,
I'll tell you one thing. I didn't know about it. I had a friend that owned a music store, and he's like, "Do you own your own microphone?" And I was like, "No." At the time, I didn't. And he's like, "You should buy it." He's like, "Because it gives you more control over your sound. It's something. It's a variable you can control at every gig. Like, I'll plug my mic in, and then you can do whatever you want with the sound. But like, at least it's your microphone."
No, but as a vocalist, I see that making a lot of sense.
Yeah.
With us, we just happy that the mic be clear a lot of times, and the bottom comes from the bass. You see what I'm saying? Like, everything comes from that.
I think the first time we actually met before that event in Kensington. Not Kensington.
It was at the co-op.
The co-op.
Yep.
I think we met at Sammie's place.
Possibly.
Back when, I think was it Kay that brought me out? Who told me to come out?
Yeah, it's possible. It's quite possible.
Somebody told me to come out. I remember you because you were wearing like some like crazy, not crazy, but like awesome red like leather shit. Like full, I don't know if it was leather or fucking velour or some shit. I just remember a big red figure, and he introduced him as Sammie, and I asked you if you owned the place. You're like, no, different Sammie.
Probably, hey, was that big? It wasn't. It wasn't
it
leather.
Had to be, right? Like,
it wasn't leather though.
It was the open mic. It was the rap open mic.
Yeah, it probably
on,
was
like Monday nights.
It probably was me 9 times out of 10. That's crazy. My apologies for not remembering that.
No.
Now, something I definitely wanted to ask you though. You watched the Chef MICHU episode.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I thought it was great. She's like a good friend of mine, so it was like I sat back and watched it, and I was like, oh my god, what's she gonna say?
Yeah, because you know everything.
Yeah,
well, not everything.
She's had a life, man. She had a life. She didn't get into so much. There's so much.
She needs movies about this. Like,
she's great.
Like, I think she
really
could get
friend.
a series about sections of her lifestyle, her life and what she's went through. Like, we're talking about the chef that I had on that I met through him.
Yeah.
A while ago, and she's
got killer
empanada conversation we was having earlier. And she said she wanted to talk to people and tell people her story, so we took the cameras down to Old City Kitchen, where she's does a pop-up out of, and she talked about being in prison over political reasons as a teenager, having to get out of there and flee to Cuba, run to Aruba, cooking in Aruba, trying to learn 2 languages at a time, come to America. The craziest thing, it's like similar to your story when you just, I was at the bar, and then there's another band that had it. Like, she got to America, she couldn't stay where she wanted to stay because they didn't have a room for her yet. They let her leave her luggage there. She went and she got a slice of pizza from a place in Old City. That is now the place that she does her pop-up at. Years later, the first meal she got in America.
Or how
and then she got the slice, went to the park, and bumped into her friend that she never thought she was going to find in America.
Yeah.
Wow.
The same night. And he said, let's go get some weed, smoke some weed, look at the sky.
Oh,
Like, yo, it's like enchanted.
You could have
like,
Michelle on again and get a whole nother hour and a half of stories, dude.
Oh, man, she's lovely, man.
She's a great time.
Energy is great. She leads with love, even though her story is complicated. And I tell people
and she
all the
insists
time.
on cooking every time I'm around, which I will not be
Well,
angry about.
Yeah, she tells us that you indulge.
Yeah.
But
like my mother, it's like my mom's Italian. So it was like a crime if you were hungry in the house, you know.
Yeah, I've been to Italian dinners before.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, it's like there's certain things on the table that I just don't readily identify. Yeah. But you're supposed to eat everything, or it's disrespectful. Yeah. So you
gotta try, right?
Just give me.
Crazy thing is, most of it is cool. You know what I mean? It's just new. But I remember like sweating, like at an Italian table. Like, yo, her mom's gonna hate me.
What do you remember what you wouldn't eat?
And that was the homegirl. It wasn't like I was trying to date her. Yeah. Like it was like friends.
Do you remember what you wouldn't eat?
No. I know it was a lot of I know it was something with fresh mozzarella on it.
Okay.
Something that had fresh, like
just too much cheese.
It was a whole lot of cheese and something else. And then there was
they fry cheese in Italian.
And there was something that I didn't appreciate.
They cut it into pucks, cut it in half, bread it, and fry it.
No, yeah. No, real like her mom was basically like an Italian grandma.
Balls.
Like she was like older.
It's fire, honestly. It's fucking.
She comes from one of them. You know, they got the kitchen upstairs and the kitchen in the basement. She comes from one of them families. Like, okay, that's real Italian cooking. A whole nother kitchen. You won't even see.
My mom's so disappointed. I'm now lactose intolerant.
Oh,
she's like,
you gotta turn down half the meal.
I know, dude.
When I watched Sopranos, it was like it's Thanksgiving. It's a good time. It's like you never been to the YO version. He was like, it's the antipasto, and then it's the this, and then it's the that, and then it's. He made it sound like labor.
There's so much food.
So much
food. Like, there's like a pre-meal,
and you know, our family's cut out
like a snack and coffee.
Italian different, bro. It's different. And they lead with all the heavy shit. It feel like
just give me the pasta.
It's always like cheese and crackers and like salami and lots of cheese. More now that you made that comment, I'm like, oh my god, there was so much cheese.
That's what you think about it, right?
Yeah, like no wonder I'm lactose intolerant. My body is like
your body's like we've had enough.
Like
you reached your limit. By 15.
Italian drinks milk every week. Did you guys drink milk growing up?
I used to drink after basketball practice. I used to drink a half a gallon to a gallon. I used to go through 4 gallons a week.
I only drink milk with my cookies.
And I used to eat a lot of cereal.
No.
I don't.
If I do, it's
not at all.
Skim milk or.
And the crazy thing is, I used to make milkshakes for myself every day too. I had a milkshake machine because I broke all the blenders, so they built me a milkshake mixer. And I burnt a couple of them out too. But now I can't even drink milkshakes no more. Like that's the I'm not even really tripping about most shit because I can still do cheese. Not a lot, but like I can still do cheesesteaks and shit like that. But like milkshakes not being in my life no more really affects me.
That's crazy.
Like I feel some type of way about
pizza.
That.
Pizza is probably one of the biggest things. Yeah, milkshakes and pizza, dude.
See, I can do pizza. I can do pizza.
Sometimes, man. I don't know if it's like just sometimes like a cheese blend they use, but like certain cheeses have different levels of lactose. I'm not gonna get into it, but sometimes, man, that will ruin my day.
Yeah, I'm not that sensitive, but trust and believe, I'm sure I suffer from a portion of it, but it ain't bad enough to make me stop eating it.
Oh please, I wish I could have. I had a real milkshake in like 5 years.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
That's got to be one of the greatest things on earth, though.
No, like. Man,
you like milkshakes?
I'll do a vegan, John, because I can't do I can't do the milk.
So are you lactose intolerant as well?
Is
everybody?
I probably can't even say that.
I think that
this one big scam by Big Milk.
I think that what happened basically because once you no longer require human milk,
you really shouldn't be drinking milk anymore. Yeah.
It gets weird after that.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird that we drink another species milk.
That.
Exactly. No other species does that in nature.
Yeah.
Just goes to a whole nother
what's
tip.
Weirder, the fact that we drink another species milk or the fact that we did it so much that we now have to like making a bunch of other pretend milks.
Well, remember the sell was.
Like, I drink the pretend milk. I'm just saying.
Because like, what else you gonna put in your cereal?
But they sold it as.
Well, now we call it milk. It ain't milk.
But remember, it was the food pyramid. They sold it as you were supposed to start your day off with this amount of milk. You were supposed to eat this. All of that shit is upside down.
Make your bones strong.
And not to mention, depending on, and this is getting deep, where your genetics come from, everybody's food pyramid is not the same as far as what's the best for their digestion.
That's facts.
And that's just geography if you think about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like everybody didn't have the same things where they people came from. So certain things just your body is still going to reject it.
All right. Well, I'm half Italian. My body was not equipped for cheese. I'll tell you.
See, but that's crazy though, because like years ago you might have still ate it and forced yourself.
I definitely did.
No, I mean like until adulthood. Like you might have been an old man ignoring the fact that it fucks with your body and saying I still gotta eat this because this is what we eat.
Yeah.
Now you got enough sense to be like, or enough education to be like, you know what? It's not worth it.
Yeah, listen to your body.
It's not worth blowing half my day tomorrow. That's why I stopped drinking certain stuff because I don't like hangovers.
Yeah.
So I drink what I drink because I wake up and I'm good.
Yeah.
No clear. Nothing clear.
I'm 32 now, and that fucking hangovers did not used to suck so bad.
Bro, different now, right?
It's different.
It's like it's not.
How old are you?
31.
31. You look young as shit. Not in a bad way. I'm saying.
No, man.
You worked that.
Work that.
Everybody used to say baby face. Now I wonder if I shave my beard.
You still look young.
I need to get
See,
I've been thinking about cutting this shit off.
See, you gotta realize we know a bunch of Muslims.
Oh.
I can see a baby face through a beard.
Mm.
You still got a young ass face, bro.
Mm-hmm.
My god brother is one of the most intimidating people if you just look at his stature and his beard. But if you really look deep, it's like, yo, he still got that like that soft face under there. Like it's weird as hell.
I just realized I said I'm thinking about cutting this shit off. I don't usually say that shit. My mom, if my mom watches this later, she's gonna fucking cheer.
Oh, she's with
gonna
it.
Fucking cheer.
She wants to see the baby back.
Yeah, she's been begging for years for me to go back to.
When I was in college, my man was about to graduate. I was a freshman. He was about to graduate, and he shaved his head bald. And everybody in the crew, because I used to be with all the seniors and shit, they all shaved bald. And my man, the only other freshman that used to be with us, he shaved his. And my niggas cutting braids off, like cornrows, like hang time, like. So I'm like, I'm not doing all that shit. Y'all got it. But I was at a point in my life where like I was losing a lot of people, and this was something positive. So I rode, and I went to my room to get some more shampoo, whatever for niggas, because you know in college they ran out or whatever. And when I got back, they was like, "See you bitching? Look, even he cut his joint off." I'm like, "Y'all don't even know. Go ahead." And they just cut a braid off, and I was dug in. Right, I get back home, I see my mom. Oh my god, my baby, nigga. Like that's what your mom is waiting for with that beard. Like that oh my, this is the boy I know. Like I ain't cut my hair no more after that. not
I've been thinking about cutting my hair, especially these hot fucking days, man. I don't remember being this hot.
You know, global warming is the thing right crazy. Now. Al Gore been telling y'all for 10 years.
I know.
They've been cussing Al Gore out this whole time. We tried to switch over to clean energy, and the last board decided to shut all that shit down.
My dad told me.
And now we blaming gas prices on the wrong presidents. Like, I mean, just pay attention to what's going on, man. It's hot. It's hot. It's cooler in this house than probably 70% of this block right now. And we sweating. You see what I'm saying? But like we have a controlled environment. It's weird now, man. It is weird. Like even like, you know, like summer nights, we got the fire pit, like to sit out back with the fire. It been too hot to fire pit at night. You gotta wait till midnight to start the fire.
Still be hot.
It still be hot as hell. 85.
You got enough space in the back?
I mean, well, I'll show you.
I've been living in houses like this for a long time. You telling me you squeeze a fire pit back there?
We ain't squeezing either. And we put this projector back there and watch fucking Marvel movies and shit.
Okay.
That's a vibe.
Alright, don't give up too much.
I'm sorry.
You good.
Oh shit.
You good. It's a long avenue. You good.
Everybody relax. Everybody, yeah, it's true.
Don't say too much more. I'm just, you've been drinking.
I'm like out here reminiscing.
Now, you're a connoisseur of beers.
Yeah. No.
Even though you came with the high life today.
I said yeah, but no, I am not. I think I came with the High Life last time.
You came with High Life last time too.
Yeah, it's $12
So
for a 12 pack.
If you had, if somebody gave you a gift card, said buy what you want, what beer would you buy?
Oh man, I really like Dos Equis. You know that one Mexican beer.
Mhm.
It's actually like I feel like it just tastes exactly
Which
like
one?
a beer. Just the regular Dos Equis Amber is really good too.
Mm-hmm.
But just the regular Dos Equis, like it's a good fucking beer, and it's a really good beer to drink liquor with too. Like it's just I don't know.
All right, so this is what we doing. Next year you drink Dos Equis.
Okay.
Next year, drink Dos Equis.
All right.
Put yourself in a situation where Dos Equis feels like buying Miller.
All right. Dos Equis just isn't available like that though.
That too, but
Sometime we'll see. I'll take a stab at it.
Yeah.
Find a good
You gotta
beer guy.
upgrade everything, man.
And then next thing you know, they give you that marketing deal.
And more than
That
that, it's
promo
just a
deal.
mentality. It's like, all right, what is it? We in July, August?
August. Yeah.
Next August shouldn't feel like this August for any of us up here.
I like that.
Business wise, relationship wise, mentality wise.
Financial wise.
Like let's
Yeah,
and mind you, what we just named about 5 things. If you can
Yeah.
upgrade 2-3 of them by this time next year, you done something.
Yeah.
And upgrading is not astronomical things. You don't have to go from a Subaru to a Benz, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You can make a little more. You can upgrade your groceries. You can you know what I mean that you travel in these cars with and shit like that.
I'm gonna
way
keep
up
the
living.
keep the 99 Camry.
Yeah.
Put money into some other stuff.
Yeah, no, but that's why I say it ain't all about that. That part is like to each his own.
Yeah.
My dad has had a business my whole life. He's had properties, duplexes.
Mhm.
He recently, a few years ago, bought a fairly new BMW. He had used cars my whole life, but we always had 3 cars at the house, just in case one of them had to go to the shop.
Yeah.
He wasn't worried about no car note. He was worried about getting to work. You see what I'm saying? So
My dad
like,
always drove a minivan. He
See?
had like no shame. Jesus loved minivans. He just loved how much space was in the back. We could
but
all
you
get in
inherited
the
that
car.
mentality.
Yeah.
You inherited that mentality. I
Yeah.
treat my cars the same way. I buy what I can afford.
Yeah, I grew up on a minivan, Ford Aerostar.
Aerostars, I remember those.
They used to call her
I had-
Olivia.
My
I
first
had
car
quite a
was
few
Plymouth.
minivans myself.
My first
She
car
got
was
it.
a
When I was
Plymouth
in the
Voyager,
streets.
95 Plymouth Voyager.
Voyager.
She
I
got
had
me
a-
to all my little league football games. Broke down a couple times on the way there. You know, Prospect, going from West Philly to like Prospect Park, Clifton Heights.
Yeah.
All that type of far county shit. But, you know, folks did what they had to do.
I had the Mercury Villager. That was mine. I had the Town and Country.
I
got a Town and
I know
Country
that,
for the
yeah, I
low
know
one
that
time.
joint.
I bought that for like $700. Oh my god, bro! Leathers and all. Oh, cabinet seats.
I got my car for $500.
See, I'm into
I
that.
go across the bridge. I live in West Philly and I work across the bridge in Gloucester City. I don't need nothing else. Like I live in the city.
Yeah.
If I want to go anywhere, I'll
Yeah.
Uber or take a the bus. The bus runs down Chestnut Street
I
all
got
the
a
way to the middle of the city. You
I got a
Yeah,
Benz
yeah.
wagon with the goggles off my cousin one time for $500. Drove that shit for like 2 years. Ain't had no shots, but it still was a Benz. That's just on the highway where there ain't no potholes. You can try not to fall asleep driving that.
Shit,
bus.
that
Like, that thing be floating.
Bull right now. That's
I had
shit
an
on
old-
that- that's all I'm trying to do is dodge
I had
power.
an old family.
That's all I'm trying to do is dodge potholes.
You really can't drive out here today.
You see the what was it, a TikTok video where they put the pots in the potholes?
No.
In Philly. They was in Philly, both for like 3. He said, "Hold up." He put 3 pots in the potholes. Come on. Said this is how you fix the pothole problem.
Got to right there.
But that's funny though.
That's
Because
real
it's
shit.
bad,
It's
yo.
bad.
Because they fix a pothole, 6 months later it's a sinkhole.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, can we
Yeah.
fix something?
I think the nicest car I ever had. Somebody. I got really lucky. An old person in my family, like a family
Remember that?
friend. I don't know if they were just. I don't know. He lost his vision. So he
Okay.
couldn't drive his car anymore, and he gave it to me for like super cheap. He might have given it to me. I was super blessed. He gave me an Infiniti i30, like a '95 Infiniti i30, but it had like a full Bose system, and it was an old man car, so it was well kept.
Yeah.
It was parked on 48th Street 10 years ago, and somebody slammed into it and bent the left side of the car in half.
How long did you have it?
Probably like a year.
Damn.
But I just remember having the Bose sound system. That shit was dope.
The Bose is different. That's what Maxima
it
taught
had the
me.
cassette adapter.
That's what I learned from Maxima.
That's what I had. Yeah. That was my first car, 09 Maxima with the Bose.
It's not a bad. It might be 2 bad years in Maxima history. You can go back to like 85 Maximas, and they was perfect for that time.
Yeah.
Like
Hondas were great.
Maximas is always ahead of their time.
Yeah.
I would pretty much always drive a Honda. Like, as far, I mean, I would.
I had one.
I have a Toyota.
I like Hondas, but I've always really bought outside of minivans. I bought a lot of Chevys. I've had Luminas and Avalanches and all of that, and quite a few Cherokees. I had a lot of Cherokees.
That's cool.
Cherokees are reliable as hell.
Yeah.
What Missy Elliott said one time, because you know she got 100 cars.
Mm-hmm.
She said, I drive the Cherokee the most because when I come back from tour, that bitch start.
Yeah.
Like I ain't got to charge the battery and baby it, and all the maintenance that all the other cars come with.
Go.
It's true. I do dream of having a car. See, the thing is, you have a car payment. Like if you have a nice car, you have a car payment. Unless you're just buying it cash.
Well,
I'm not doing it.
Well,
I don't have cash like that.
Once we establish the furniture team and you establish the furniture company, you're gonna need a furniture truck.
Yeah.
And then you get to get the new Silverado.
That's
all electric.
Yeah, that shit's dope. Or that
off the
Ford Maverick.
Maverick is
Ford
me.
Maverick.
Maverick is me.
And it's also $20,000.
Yeah.
$20,000, and then they had the electric version. I think it's like 23.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's probably 5 more. I think. Look at you. You like, I can put a couple more hours in. Finagle that.
I need a truck.
The thing I struggle with though is like, I want a truck, but I also like I feel like life is so short that like if I'm not gonna be compensated for my time advantageously, like I might spend more of my time with a free mind just doing shit I want to do. Mm-hmm. Like if I'm not gonna make a bunch of money putting in hours, I might do just more shit I want to do, walking through the woods, smoking weed, and being
I think
with my
that's
friends.
where a lot of people are at now in life. Like even when you talk about what people figured out through the pandemic or the pandemic.
Like I see value in working your balls off. I do. But I also saw my dad work his ass off for years and years and be pretty miserable at times.
But that's the generational thing I was talking about earlier. Like we literally came from a generation where we seen people that said if you work for this company for 30 years, they'll take care of you, and that wasn't true. And then after that, they started kicking you out after 22 years so that they had to take care of you. And they said, we can bring in 3 people who do what you do for what you get paid. And that was the excuse. And it's like, no, you're not going to do me that. Yeah. So every job that you get, even if it could be a career opportunity, you look at it as a moment if you're not in control. Yeah. We grew up different because we've seen that backfire. We've seen that a 401k ain't all that it's cracked up to be. You got to get secondary and third and all of this shit.
Well, we're not getting Social Security. That's gone.
And that's been... They've been trying to make sure that wasn't for us, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Like that's been counted out a long time ago for our generation. Yeah. Like real rap. So it's like it's different for us, man. We different.
That's real, bro.
Now, Quise, last couple years you've been running around like a chicken with your head off. I know that you got job, bills, personal life, family, all of that shit. What has been the most exciting part about the last 2 years, and what have you learned in the last couple of years of you doing what you're doing? Like, what's putting the juice in your cup now?
I think just seeing the progress, man, seeing things and just having the faith that things can happen. I'm like at a point now where, like you said, if it ain't it, I did the working jobs full time for hours, busting my ass, and it was the same thing. Like you said, the same cycle, still living paycheck to paycheck, not having time and energy to do the things that I really wanted to do and pursue, and all of that. So at this point in time, I feel like I got the faith that I don't have to depend on that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I don't have to depend on that. I'm not letting that control my life. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, there's like a baseline amount of money you need to get by. I'm not struggling all that much, but like at the same time, like I also don't feel like working so hard that where I die from a heart attack when I'm 55. Like
Yeah.
Fuck it, well, I could die next week.
Ultimately,
that's
you can
where
run
my head's
around,
at, like,
do all of this, have a secondary situation. You gonna clear an extra what, 5 to 10 at the end of the year?
Yeah. Right.
Was it necessary and was it worth it?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I think that's the question.
That's a fact. And you got to be able to look at that in the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you're still trying to build towards something.
Yeah.
But in which vein?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because anything can happen tomorrow for any or against any of us.
That's a fact.
But if you don't have a oar in the water, you can't catch the tide. And if you just keep running the same treadmill, you're gonna still burn out.
Yeah.
Like what do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
These are real things, and I think that our generation, one thing that I point out to people, like we're the first generation where you can't really tell a businessman from a pothead or a bum or like if you on a bus with 100 people, the dude with the skateboard, the backpack, and the spray paint all over his backpack might make $100,000 a month.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was the guy with the suit, the briefcase, carried himself a certain way. You only caught this train. You know what I mean? Like, no, the kid that hops off the train and gets on a skateboard is probably cooking out here.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't even readily identify it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't look to rob them or to get opportunity from them or anything, because you can't. We the first generation where it's like that. At a high level, there's so many things. You got people selling sneakers, YouTube stars, all type of things, viral, SoundCloud.
I sell ornaments at Christmas. Just a heads up, GEORGIE GOODWOOD ornaments, Christmas ornaments.
Fuck that! Gotta give my mama something.
I make wooden Christmas ornaments at Christmas.
What I want Linda to get. Shout out to Linda, man. I was I ain't say it on this platform yet. I was talking to Dutch the other day. We was on the phone for a little bit. And he was saying, he had met my mom one time, and he was like, "Yo, when I met your mom, her energy was just so dope. Like I just loved her energy." He was like, "It felt like I met a Afeni Shakur."
That's heavy.
And that's Tupac's mom.
That's heavy.
Tupac's mom, if you know her story, she's bigger than Tupac's mom. She's a revolutionary. She went through a lot. She's one of them. She's a G. You know. And it was just like, in a lot of ways, my mom is similar. Like she don't look like what she been through at all. Like you would not know that she came from where she came from to get where she get. She carries herself like she been spoiled. You know what I mean? But not in an arrogant way. Like she's confident in a way that like shows. But like that made me call my mom and just be like, you know. And I know, Quise, you always talk about the impact your mom had on you. It's like the fact that in a 5-minute, 30-minute meetup, she had that impact on. It's like, you know what, yo, had to make a phone call. Like, he damn near compared you to Mary.
Yeah.
He said, Tupac Bob, you like Mary.
Yeah.
You like Jesus Bob. Right. Like, you know what I mean?
I think moms in general are great.
But
just think about my mom. Like, my mom's pretty dope, too.
No, but that's the thing, like, that we all have in common is that, like, that light that all of us, the reason why we are probably at a point where I could put all three of us up here and know that we're going to have a good conversation. That ain't really come so much from the other side. Came from mom's side.
Oh, for sure. My mom,
she taught you how to socialize.
Every day my mom calls me. She's like, I just made a friend at Walmart.
And Mama Said is one of my favorite songs, by the way.
Oh, yeah. That's the last track on the album, too.
Mama Said, oh, my God. We're going to listen to it after we get off air.
Yeah,
but like,
that's the last track on the album.
And shout out to Mr. Hayes. He was like, yo, when Mama Said, when Keith said, I forget what the line was, he was like, that's when I was like, Nick, I'm telling you, we be having conversations. People talk to me about y'all.
Shout
like, when I put y'all on my platforms, whether that's Lockaware or the concert series or here, people will be like, nah, and they talk to me because it's not the pressure of talking in front of y'all, or they might not personally know y'all, the ones that do it. They're going to say certain things to you and certain things behind you.
Absolutely.
But nobody is running behind and saying anything negative or anything that sounds like fake love or like they're saying it for me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got to tell me shit about Keith. I know Keith. Motherfuckers is telling me because they like, yo, he one of them. Motherfuckers, when you got an encore on a concert series, as the white guy with the guitar. You see what I'm saying?
That was so much fun. I had such a good time that night. I shut up nervous as fuck to that.
I know.
And that's what. So when you were talking about being introduced to whatever, I wasn't part of the room you were talking about. But you said he introduced you to that room. Yeah. You did the same for me that night. And I just remember, like, you said he made you feel comfortable, like, relatable. You know what I mean?
I keep talking about being intentional. Like, that's what these things are for.
Yeah.
You understand? Because we can't keep complaining about who don't do what and what the angles is when we control some of that. Mm-hmm. We control some of that. I'm at a position where I don't have to necessarily... I don't have 3 baby moms, a car note, and all this other shit to worry about. So I don't have to put the pressure on juicing people out of money. I can do quality things that'll build themselves until we start making some real money off of them. But at least let's try to break even in the meantime. And if we take a little hit, take a little hit. But let's do this thing where we build a culture of love, respect, good energy, network.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
That's the whole thing, though. Like, we're talking about, well, do you want to work 60, 70 hours a week, or do you want to do what the fuck you want to do? And, like, there is a level to which you need to provide.
Absolutely.
You got some kids, work.
Yep.
I get it.
Yeah.
But, like, there is something to be said about just spending some time with a free mind, maybe with family or friends, or, like, fucking, I don't know, just going somewhere. Just doing something.
Giving yourself time to meditate on a regular basis.
You spend weeks and weeks.
It's a big.
Years and
it's
years
something that people
grinding.
can't. That's a luxury.
Yeah.
You know, that's a luxury, right?
Yeah.
If you could say once a week or once a day, I set aside time to just think,
just be,
and breathe.
Yeah.
That's a luxury.
That's a fact.
That's something that people couldn't even fathom. That's like it's basically equivalent to working out. Like how you be like, you know, if you get up earlier, you got a couple extra hours, you work up, you work out, you feel better, you don't need to sleep as late. It's a cyclical thing. People can't fathom getting that extra hour or 2 out of their day, or their week, or their month.
That shit is hard.
It's a lot.
Wild,
man.
wild.
When
we work every day.
We're no matter where everybody come from, we come from a space where people took time to look at the sky. At some point,
it's true.
No matter where you come from,
like, wait a second.
Motherfuckers looked at the sky at some points and admired nature. You can't even do it.
That's a fact.
Because one of my things used to be wake up early before everybody started calling me, and I would smoke like 6, 7 in the morning and watch traffic. And just watch the cars ride past at the park or
That's
whatever.
a good job.
And I would just zone out, and I could figure my week out before 9 in the morning.
That's a luxury.
But after that, turmoil. Zoo. Where am I driving? Hold up. Let me light the L to remember where I'm going. Like,
yeah, I wish I was a morning person. I'm not a morning person.
Yeah. Mornings is peaceful for me.
Yeah. I wish I was. If there was a switch that I could flip and make myself wake up at 7 a.m., I would do it. Just like, I feel like biologically I'm not wired that way.
Lately, I haven't been getting up as early because I've been staying up later, drinking and watching. It's so much going on right now.
Doing shit. I be up all night just doing shit, man.
Well, that's what I feel like. I have like the fear of missing out on my night, and then that makes me stay up way too late, and I sleep in for that reason.
But I still don't sleep past 10.
Yeah, no, me
like
either.
I can't. Like 9:30 never really sees me.
No,
like
I'm usually
I'm probably sick if I sleep past 9.
Yeah, man, I be on the same.
But usually I get up, and if I want to lay back down, I can. But I gotta like get up first. I can't like just roll over. It's not a. I only did that 1 year in college, my sophomore year. It's like you get this time in college where you just learn how to sleep.
Yeah.
And I went through that, and I felt like a nut, and I never did that shit again.
Yeah.
I was rolling over like 5 times. Like you ever slept next to somebody that sets their alarm and then hits the snooze 10 times?
Oh, I do.
That's
I
me.
do that. Yeah, see.
I've never set alarms because my body naturally wakes me up in time.
That's me, bro.
So for me to be somebody, every time I set an alarm, I woke up before.
I feel like
but here's the thing.
We gotta challenge this.
It got pointless.
I always oversleep.
I don't miss shit. I'm on time for everything I do.
I oversleep and wake up at the same time.
What does that mean?
Like it's like I set my alarms for like 5, 6, 6:30. Like those would be the 3 times. No later than 6:30. I'm trying to really get up.
And you wake up
and I oversleep. That'd be like the oversleep time is the same time.
You're consistent.
Yeah,
because it's the same problem with the snooze thing. Your intention is not to wake up. You're just breaking your sleep. Because you know you're going to sleep through it. You already have it regimented to sleep through it. You're just breaking your rest. That's what makes it so crazy because it's like, you don't have to hit the alarm 5 times to get out of bed. You can just do that once.
I have a Google Home.
Or twice.
That's what I set my alarm on, so I can just yell across the room.
And it
shut
it
off. So it's the worst. I have to get a physical alarm again. Because
once it goes off,
once it goes off, I'm like, I can literally say, "Hey Google, 20 more minutes," and it'll say, "All right."
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I need the joint. I gotta get up out the bed and go turn off. Yeah, so now I'm up.
Yours is dangerous. See, mine used to be on top of the TV, but like I said, I used to lay in bed and watch it and wait for it to go off. So I stopped setting alarms.
Yeah, that's real.
I'm a little different. But no, man, it's been great talking to y'all, man. Great conversation. Please,
always a pleasure.
I'm gonna let our guests go first. Let people know where to follow you at, how to get in contact with you if they want some Christmas ornaments or some Goodwood.
Georgie Goodwood, Instagram for everything, and Facebook, George Engel Brooks. Music, furniture. I'm a creative.
That part, super creative, and you a vibe, bro. Yeah, your energy is great. Love talking to you all the time.
I appreciate that.
Definitely.
Quise
Freeman, man. All platforms. TeamGhostly.com. Quise Freeman. Instagram. All social media. All music platforms. The one is out right now. Not on all platforms yet. Gotta just get it from the source. It's on TeamGhostly.com. You get it from me. Physically and digitally. As you can see. You flip it to the back. I wanted to take it old school, man. That's what I grew up on.
Yo.
You know what I mean? That's what I grew up on.
I got a CD player in my fucking car. I'm taking one with me.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, that's how we carrying it, man. It's great. It will be on all platforms eventually. But right now, you know, being an independent artist, man, it's tough. So, you know, we're going to try to get the support the best way we can to keep putting money into what we trying to do, man. You know what I mean?
Like you said you about to have a conversation with Font Productions after this.
We could do that too.
Yeah. So definitely support both of these gentlemen. Both have been featured on the concert series. I'm gonna keep plugging the concert series because I don't know if people realize that reach is funneling and is coming back, and I'm getting good responses and people are putting on great shows, and I don't want to act like because we did it live it's not still on the page. Tap in with it, see what these people do. And then go, you know, fuck with them on a real level because they're dope individuals and they make great products across the board. And that's why they're here in the first place, besides the fact that they're dope individuals. But Sippin' with Sammie, Sam Malone, Barstool, Rug. If you ain't sipping with Sammie, you ain't sipping right. Please get your fucking life together. It'll be 2023 in a few. Then we won't be worried about you. Flash it on me.
They say when you work with greats, you get great results. Malone, Marley the Great.
Something special, it's the way your body loves the sound. Hard to breathe or think of focus when you move around. Sitting, sipping, thinking I'm about to risk it all. You're something special, you're something special.
Special reason why we here, otherwise wouldn't be here. Player vibes wouldn't be fair. Had to hang it up, release fans, had my fun in the streets. Ran it up on the road. I'll be going to December, but I'm hustling back home. Found something that I care for, that I wanna be there for. Even when you at your lowest, you the one that I cheer for. Open doors, pull chairs for. In and out of airports, put it all on the line. Yeah, I'll do the time. Make sure my lady straight. Trust me, baby, we great. Skip block, shun hate. They ain't never me fake. They catch it late, get used to it. My whole life, I've been through it. Where I draw the line is where they tend to it. Where they tend to it.
Something special, it's the way your body loves the sound. Hard to breathe or think of focus when you move around. Sitting, sipping, thinking I'm about to risk it all. You're something special, you're something special. Something special, the way your body loves the sound. Hard to breathe or think of focus when you move around. Sitting, sipping, thinking I'm about to risk it all. You're something special, you're something special.
Sip, trip, live love. She the one I love. Fit tight as a glove. Cook dinner with love. Killing them in them hills. And she handle the wheels.
something special. It's the way your body loves that sound. Hard to breathe or think of focus when you move around. Sitting, sipping, thinking I'm about to risk it all. You're something special, you're something special. Something special, the way your body loves the sound. Hard to breathe or think of focus when you move around. Sitting, sipping, thinking I'm about to risk it all. You're something special, you're something special.